And we are just about 20 minutes away from the start of this evening's World Athletics Bronze Competition. Oh, some exciting jumpers in this field here tonight. The bronze long jump for the men's kicks off at 7:20, 7:25. The women bronze long jumpers. World Athletics bronze high jumping men at 7:30, along with our women's pole vault this evening. And I know you're doing that, but you can make your way down to the infield. You can watch the events from right up close. There's nothing like it.
We are just a moment or two away from a small presentation and getting underway with these World Athletic events. But we'd like to remind you, don't forget, there is free beer over at the concession. If you are of legal age, make your way over there, and they have several different choices to make for those free drinks. And we do still have some of those commemorative bibs available at the entrance as well.
Good evening, everyone. If I could get your attention for 1 second, please. First, I want to thank you all for being here, and I want to welcome you to Kansas State and the Cliff Revelto Indoor Track. The namesake of this track is right over here, the head coach for 34 years, Mr. Coach Cliff Revelto. I want to thank our sponsors for this meet. Without you, we can't make things like this happen. It was a big deal. The Morgan family, Briggs Auto, Mondo, the track surface that we're standing on, Caw Valley Engineering, UCS, the athletic equipment, Blueville Nursery, Norvell Company, and Trackwired. Thank you, the sponsors. Next, I know a lot of us are already standing, but our alums. So if you're not standing, stand up, because you are the foundation of what this place is built on. We want to thank you for everything that you've done to make this place great. The legendary athletes, the legendary coaches, assistant coaches, you guys made all of this possible for what we're doing right now. So thank you. There's one alum, though, that we have to give special mention to, and this is a special night. The namesake of this meet, a legendary athlete from right up the road in Riley County, the Riley Flash, I believe is what it was, a conference champion right here at Kansas State, a legendary man within all of the NCAA, is a track coach, is an AD here at Kansas State, is an AD at Texas for 40 years. The man himself that started all of this, Mr. DeLoss Dodds. Give it up for DeLoss Dodds. Coach, on behalf of everybody here, we want to thank you. We want to thank your family for being here. None of this is possible without you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. So, all right, let's have some fun tonight.
All right, fans, we're getting ready to start here in our first event of the evening. Is that World Bronze Men's Long Jump. Let's introduce you to these exciting long jumpers here tonight that have blessed us with their presence. We're excited to see them. Our first jumper from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, junior, with a win-aided personal best of 8.01 meters at 26 feet 3 1/4 inches, indoor best at 7 meters 88 at 25 10 1/4. NACAC under 18 champ, world under 20, top 8 finisher at a 2025 NCAA indoor first team All-American. Jumping from Kansas State, Uroy Ryan. Our next jumper representing Jamaica, 2025 NACAC long jump champion, a lifetime best of 8 meters 16 at 26 feet 9 1/4 inches. He's currently ranked number 18 in the world. Qualified for the final 2025 World Championships, the 2023 NCAA Outdoor Champ, 2025 Indoor Runner-Up for Oklahoma. He's the Oklahoma record holder and the world-class jumper. Nicole Williams. Our next jumper is from Zimbabwe, a junior with a personal best of 8 meters 10 at 26 feet 7 inches in the long jump. Sixth place finisher of the 2024 African Championships and multiple NJCAA first team All-American. Jumping from Kansas State, Ta Jakumba. Our next jumper is a NACAC under 23 champion, USA Olympic trials silver medalist, and a 2024 Paris Olympian. Personal best at 8 meters 22 at 27.11 3/4, one of the nation's top marks. 5-time All-American, 2025 NCAA Outdoor Long Jump champion for Florida, with top 8 World Championship finishes from Florida, Malcolm Clemens. Our next jumper represents Great Britain, the 2024 British national champion, 2-time national title holder with a lifetime best at 8 meters 45 at 27.8 3/4, number 2 all-time in his country, a 5th place finisher in the 2024 Paris Olympics, a European finalist multiple times, and a 2-time All-American, Jacob Fincham Dukes. Our next jumper is a Diamond League champion, World Championship finalist, U.S. Olympian, a lifetime best at 8 meters 35 at 27.4 3/4, 4-time NCAA All-American, a 2-time Big 12 champ while at Texas, bringing extensive World Championship experience here tonight. Top 8 finish at the World Championships, and U.S. Olympic trials medalist, Stephen McCarter. Now representing the Bahamas, and Commonwealth Games champion, Diamond League meet winner, a lifetime best at 8 meters 32 at 27.3 3/4, number 2 all-time in his country, Pan American under 20 silver medalist, Olympian, World Championship finalist, and all SEC in the long jump, a standout at Arkansas, bringing world-class talent to the runway tonight from Arkansas, Laquan Nahum. Our next jumper currently leading the NCAA world jump of 8 meters 29 at 27.2 1/2. Oklahoma junior, Mississippi State transfer for Mississippi State long jump record holder and a multi-event prep champion, National Athlete of the Week and SEC Athlete of the Week, ranked number 2 in the world, Kennedy Stringfellow. Our next jumper represented Team USA, NACAC under 23 silver medalist and national champion. Personal best of 8 meters 32 at 27.5 1/2. He's ranked number 21 in the world. Florida State standout 2024 Paris Olympian, Jeremiah Davis. That's it. How's your field out there? Let's give them a hand. And now our women's field lined up on the runway as well. Jumping first from Bangalore, India, an Asian under 20 champion in the long jump. National Federation Cup under 20 gold medalist, ranked 5th in the NCAA coming into this weekend. A lifetime best at 6 meters 47 at 21.2 3/4 from Oklahoma State. Pavana Nagaruj. Our next jumpers from Montego Bay, Jamaica, two-time NCAA All-American in the long jump at Texas, 8th in the 2024 NCAA Indoor Championships. Owns the best at 21.6 3/4 at 6 meters 57, a Kansas State Wildcat, Aaliyah Foster. Jumping next, 2024 long jump champion and multiple-time All-American at Iowa State. Owns the school record at 6 meters 74 at 22.1 Big 12 World Champion, Sydney Willits. Our next jumper is the 2025 SEC Indoor Long Jump Champion, a first-team All-American, both the long jump and the triple jump at Oklahoma. Owns the best at 21.9 at 6 meters 63, Jasmine Akins. Representing Barbados, she's a world junior champion, Pan American Games bronze medalist, and NCAA heptathlon champion while here at Kansas State. Owns the best at 22.3 3/4 at 6 meters 80. Welcome back, Akila Jones. Our next jumper is a world indoor champion. He's ranked 12th in the world at 6 meters 51. 2025 World Athletics Indoor Gold Medalist, Florida Gators standout and multiple SEC champion. Owns the best at 6 meters 96. Claire Bryant. Our next jumper from France, long jump standout with a mark of 6 meters 31 at 20 feet 8.5 inches at the Mount Sac Relays in her collegiate best. Transfer from Iowa, now competing for the Wildcats, Mudzifupo Chi. Let's hear it for our women's field. All right, fans, get those long jumps going. With some t-shirts coming out. All right, we'll introduce you more to this field for the women's pole vault as they get underway, but here's our field out there. They'll give us a wave as we introduce them. From Baylor, Valencia Lentz. Jumping, the multiple-time NCAA All-American. Guiding the vaulters at Wichita State now, Aaliyah Furtig. All Big 12 performer. From Kansas, Gabby Hoke. Our next vaulter, personal best at 4 meters 42 at 14.6, Peyton Phillips. Our next vaulter in the field out there, second team All ACC performer, USATF Indoor Champion in New York, owns the best at 14.1 1/4, Natalie Lark. Our next jumper, a senior from Westlake Village, California, jumping for Baylor, Tenley Kuhn. Our next vaulter, four-time Division II All-American while at Central Missouri, Matter Wiffelcotter. Jumping eighth junior from St. Louis, NCAA Indoor All-American, Kansas Jayhawk Mason Meinershagen. Jumping ninth, she's a turner from Tomball, Texas, NCAA All-American at Baylor, Molly Haywood. Vaulting 10th, three-time Olympic qualifier, Canadian national champion, owns it best at 4 meters 70 at 15.5. Welcome, Annika Newell. Let's hear it for your vaulters here this evening. Looks like our high jump field ready to go. This men's high jump awesome as well. You're going to enjoy it very much. Let's introduce you to that high jump field standing out there. Jumping first, Kansas freshman from Mays, Kansas. Won the Thane Baker Invitational here at 7'4 1/4. Alan Hanna. Next jumpers from High Springs, Florida. Junior for Oklahoma, SEC champion, Kyron Washington. Next jumper, freshman at Kansas State University. Welcome, Brian Rotz. Jumping fourth here tonight, from Howard, Kansas, three-time NCAA first team All-American. Kansas State senior, Devin Loudermilk. Jumping fifth, hails from Marble Falls, Texas, representing Team USA, NACAC Under 3 silver medalist. Welcome, Kaysen O'Reilly. Our next jumper in the high jump from Portland, Jamaica, NACAC Under 23 champion, top 8 finish of the Commonwealth game. Welcome, Romaine Beckford. Our next jumper represents United States, NCAA indoor champion, All-American from Oklahoma with the best at 7 feet, 7 3/4 inches. Welcome, Vernon Turner. Our next jumper, also representing the United States, a 4-time NCAA All-American, SEC champion from Alabama, best at 7 8 3/4, ranked 12th in the world, Shelby McEwen. Our final jumper out there in the field, Saratoga Springs, Utah native, NCAA All-American indoors, NCAA qualifier and all Pac-12 in the high jump and all Big Ten in the high jump. Lifetime best at 7 feet and 1/4 inch. From USC, Elias Gerald. Let's hear it for your men's high jumpers. And men's long jump, Uri Ryan at Kansas State out to an early league, 7 meters 87 at 25 feet 10 inches. Cole Williams also in the mix at 7 meters 62 at 25:10. Chukumba from Kansas State at 7 meters 53 at 24 8.5. And women's long jump, Sydney Willits out to a quick lead, Iowa State senior. 6 meters 25 at 26 1/4. The Irish from Oklahoma State at 6 meters 21 at 20 feet 4 1/2 inches. That Jasmine Akins there with that jump. Roy Ryan still leading the way here for Kansas State early on. 7 meters 87 in that men's long jump. Tyra Gittin Spotsville. Weight of measurement for her. Willett still leads the way. Clearance there in the women's pole vault. Yeah, big jump there for Stringfellow, your world leader right now. $7.87 for Stringfellow at 25 feet 10 1/4 inches, right to the lead here in that men's long jump. Bryant with her first jump in the women's long jump. Bryant, a 2025 World Indoor Gold Medalist for the Florida Gators, SEC champion multiple times. Bar at 4'7" right now in the women's pole vault. Gabby Hope, Natalie Lart, both with clearances at that bar, 13.4 1/4. Bar at 2'5" in the men's high jump right now. Elias Gerald of USC, Loudermilk, Kansas State, Hannah from Kansas State, and Washington from Oklahoma, all with clearances at 6'8" 3/4. Maybe Hoke with a clearance there in that women's pole vault. Fertig also with a clearance on her second attempt at 13.4 1/4. Larkin, Minor, Shagan from Kansas, Hoke and Fertig from the United States, all over that 4'7" bar. That women's pole vault. Williams, a good jump for Jamaica in that men's long jump, 7'62" at 25 feet, 5th overall. Ryan from Kansas State still leading that field. Stringfellow in second place. He went to the lead on that first jump. Uri came back with a good one at 7'87". Tyra Gittin-Spottsville leading that women's. Leah Foster from Kansas State. Looking for a legal jump here. Chikamba from Kansas State on the runway. Where are those Kansas State fans? Thank you. A Loudermilk from Kansas State. And that high jump. And a jump there by Malcolm Clemens. Clemens, a 2024 Olympic trial silver medalist. Three-time first-team All-American at Florida. He's 12th in the Olympic Games in Paris in 2024. Oh, Lentz from Baylor looked like she was going to get that to stay, and it did not. Second round jumps now in the men's long jump. On that measurement from Nairn. 7 meters 45, 24 5 3/4. And it's Fertig with a clearance there in that women's height, or pole vault rather. Clearance at 4 meters 7 at 13 4 1/4. Clearance for Shankarov. See his name up on the board there. The 2018 NCAA champion for right here at Kansas State. Getting Spotsville, still leading that women's long jump. Jump there by Claire Bryant. Jasmine Akins, United States, 6th overall. 6 meters 50 at 21 4. Jeremiah Davis on the runway. Men's long jump. And he wants your help. Best in that first round at 7 meters 65 at 23 1 1/4. It's 5th overall. Ball at 2 meter 14, and that men's high jump up to 7 4 1/4. Hannah with a clearance for Kansas State. First one over the bar at 7¼ inch, 2 meters 14. And Kyron Washington, Oklahoma State. Sooner Jr. over the bar at 2 meters 14. Kuhn on the runway in that women's pole vault. Rotz with a clearance as well. Loudermilk up next for Kansas State. Loudermilk just about pulled that one off. Hetzy's first miss of the day. 2 meters 14, 7 feet and 1/4 inches where that bar's at right now. Like Wolfacott there for United States. Clearance at that bar at 4 meters 22 in the women's pole vault. 13 feet 10 inches. Moves her into the lead right now. Only a couple over at that bar. Furtag also over along with Wolfacott. Mason Minershagen's going to be up next in that women's pole vault. Easy clearance there from Minershagen. Mason Minershagen, Kansas Jayhawk. NCAA Indoor All-American, 2025 NCAA Championship 4th place finisher, and a Big 12 Indoor Silver medalist. He ranks inside the top 50 right now, best at 14:11.5 at 4 meters 56. Won the Thane Baker Invitational back here on the 16th of January. Gerald from USC. Gerald from USC, a 4-time NCAA qualifier in all Pac-12. All-American, 5th indoor a year ago. Shikamba from Kansas State. Shikamba fans are happy about that one over there. We'll await the measurement of that jump. He's 4th overall right now in the standings. Eight meters 6 at 26.5 for Shikamba. Combo owns the best at 8 meters 10. He's approaching that. Malcolm Clemens on the runway. Oh, Clemens with a good jump. silver medalist of the 2024 Olympics. '24 Olympic trials, and he was 12th overall, 21st overall at the Paris Olympics in 2024. Certainly one of the top in the world, one of the top in the United States for sure. Clemens with that jump, 7 meters 73, 7 meters 76, his best so far at 25.5 and a half, moves him up to second best jump of the field out there. Was Nairn from the Bahamas. Peyton Phillips on the runway in the women's pole vault. Want your help over there on the backside. There's a clearance for Phillips on her second attempt. 4 meters 22, that bar at 13 feet 10 inches. Comba leading that men's long jump overall right now with that jump of 8 meters 6, 26.5 and a half. Sydney Willits on the runway in the women's long jump. The Iowa State standout. It's Cason O'Reilly, that men's high jump, that bar right now at 2 meters 18, 7.1 and 3/4. Beckford over that men's high jump. Certainly the height there for Newell on that bar. Bar at 4 meters 22 at 13.10 for Newell. So 5 over so far in that women's pole vault. With Cotter, Miner Shagan, Fertig, Lark, Phillips, all with clearances. Lens from Baylor on the runway. Several clearances at 7-1 and 3/4 so far, 2 meters 18. Hannah from Kansas State, Loudermilk from Kansas State in the mix. Bryant on the runway in that women's long jump. And Shankar with a clearance in the high jump. And Hope can't get that one to stick up there. I was out at 4'7" here at 13.4 1/4. Sifu Puji, that women's long jump. Finley Kuhn from Baylor says, my day is not over yet. Clearance to stay alive there at 4'22" at 13.10. Miss there for Rotz. That's his second miss. He'll have another attempt. Hannah over this bar. Loudermilk, Riley, Beckford, McEwen, and Shankar, all with clearances so far. Miss there for Turner, too. Turner has another attempt upcoming. Turner was an All-American NCAA indoor champion at Oklahoma, USATF indoor champion, World Championships top 8 finish as well. He's jumped 7'7"3/4. He's got it left in him. Gerald for USC up in that men's high jump. Annika Newell finds that bar on the final attempt. The bar will move up there in that women's pole vault. 4'32" at 14.4. Nairn on the runway here in the men's long jump. Best so far today at 7'45" at 24.5 1/2. Miss there for Washington, for Oklahoma in that men's high jump. That'll bring up Rotz. And Rotz wants your help. Third attempt, 2 meters 18 at 7-1 3/4. And a Rotz, a clearance. Victoria, South Africa, 2024 African champion, national high jump champion, a world under 20 silver medalist. He competed in the 2024 Olympics as well for South Africa. Qualified for the final and stays alive here on that final bar, 2 meter 18 at 7-1 3/4. Cooley Williams sitting 6th overall, waiting on that jump. He just performed the men's long jump. Vernon Turner says, I'll tell you how to do that on that final bar, and he does just that. 2 meters 18, 7-1 3/4 on that final bar for Turner. Miss there for Lark from the United States on the women's pole vault. Fertig with a clearance at 4 meters 32 at 14.2. Phillips and Lark both with misses. Gerald of USC misses on that final bar. Bows out today at 2 meters 14 at 7 feet and a quarter inch. They're in their final jump in that men's long jump in 4th round. 3 jumps remaining for most of that field. And Wolf O'Cotter from the United States over that bar. The women's pole vault starting to heat up over there. Ryan of Kansas State up next. That men's long jump. Miss on her first attempt there for Minor Shagan, Kansas, in the women's pole vault. Roy Ryan, 7 meters 53 on that 4th round jump, 24.8.5. 7 meters 87 at 25.10, his best so far today, 4th overall. Starting off the 4th round jumps here for the women in the long jump today. And Molly Hayward back in for Baylor after a couple passes. The last 2 bars. Comes in and makes a clearance right away. 4 meters 32 at 14.2. Rotz up here in the men's high jump. Newell on the runway in the women's pole vault. First attempt there at that bar for Canada's Monica Newell. Chikamba on the runway. Oh, Chikamba already had his lifetime best today, meet record, facilities record on that 8 meter 626 5.5 jump. The last round, judging by the fan club over there, this might be better. And it is 8 meters 9. Proves on his lifetime best at 26 6.5. Chikamba already sets number 3 all time here at Kansas State. At that 8 meter 9 at 26 6.5. Moves him up to number 2 all time. His 3 coming in, moves up to number 2. 8 meter 17 by Kenny Harrison. Set in 1986 would be the next mark for him to accomplish. He's got a couple of jumps left to try. Chikamba having a great day, leading that men's long jump. Sydney Willits on the runway, women's long jump. 4th overall right now at 6 meters 25. Turner a miss in the pole vault first bar. The 2 meters 22 at 7.3 1/4. Peyton Phillips, the United States up. Jump for Willits. That was Natalie Lark up, and the Lark with a miss. That women's pole vault, just her second bar. Shelby McEwen up, men's high jump. And McEwen over the bar. McEwen, the 4-time All-American, 2-time SEC champ at Alabama. Silver medalist in the Paris Olympics. 7th at the World Championships in 2023. He owns the best at 7, 8 3/4. Minor Shagan from Kansas over on her second attempt. So Wolf Cotter, Haywood, Fertig, Minor Shagan now all with clearances at 4 meters 32 at 14.2. Annika Newell on the runway in that women's pole vault. And Newell, that great form on that bar. Easy clearance, 14.2 at 4 meters 32. I say it's easy, was made look easy by her. Great bar for Newell. Rotz up in the men's high jump. The South African Olympia needs your help. And a clearance for Rotz on that second bar. Bart 7.3 and a quarter now on that men's high jump at 2 meters 22. Roy Ryan of Kansas State has the season's best mark at 7 meters 83 so far. Wait that measurement. Loudermilk from Kansas State. Which is his teammate Rotz and says, I'll do that too. Over at 7.3 and a quarter. Peyton Phillips from the United States stays alive at that bar in the women's pole vault. Six over so far at 14.2. Beckford of Jamaica up in that men's high jump. A miss there by Beckford on that bar. Indoor outdoor champion NCAA at University of South Florida and then 2 at the University of Arkansas. Stringfellow. National leader with a good jump there. Third overall right now at 7 meters 87. Chikamba at 8 meters 9. Turner with a clearance there in that high jump. Still a good part of that field left in that men's high jump competition yet. Women just finishing up their 4th round jumps, getting ready for round number 5. Chikamba on the runway in that men's long jump. He's your leader. Another good jump, 8 meters 9 on his last attempt at 26.6 and a half. Moved him up to number 2 in the country. NCAA's come into the weekend. He'd have put him up to number 5 in the world as well. No improvement, Chikamba on that last jump, 7 meters 90 at 25.11, still leads the weight, 8 meters 9. And they are getting ready to go into their final jumps now in that men's long jump. You want a chance to see some of the best here today. A couple of best in the country, in the world. Stringfellow, Oklahoma, Chikamba. Jeremiah Davis. And Cason O'Reilly. Not done yet. Final bar at 2 meters 22 and stays alive. Never stood down close to the high jump like that when the bar is over 7 feet. It's quite a spectacle. If you haven't, take a chance. Get a little closer if you can and watch that. Nairn from the Bahamas with a jump. 7th overall at 7 meters 45. Beckford stays alive too on that final jump. Romaine Beckford. From Portland, Jamaica. Jumped at Arkansas, South Florida. Represented Jamaica in the 2023 World Championships in Budapest. The 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. Kuna Baylor up on the runway in that women's pole vault. Or at 4 meters 73 at 14.4. Nairn his best on that last round at 7 meters 51 at 24.7 and 3/4. And that men's long jump. Dodds up here in the men's high jump. First miss there at 7.5. 2 meters 26 is where that bar's at right now. 2 meters 26. Rotz's lifetime best at 7.5, so he's flirting with that today. Final round jumps in that men's long jump competition. That was Clemens. Chikamba still leading the way. This was 5th overall. Cason O'Reilly here in the men's high jump. Great effort by O'Reilly. First bar for most of these men at 2 meters 26 at 7.5, 7 feet 5 inches. Bunch of passes at 4 meters 37 at 14.4 in that women's pole vault. Tinley Kuhn of Baylor on the runway with her 2nd attempt at this bar. That was Uroy. Ryan from Kansas State. He already has his season's best today. Did that right out of the gate at 7 meters 87 at 25.10. Miss for Kuhn. She'll come back in a little bit and attempt that third bar. Bryan on the runway here in the women's long jump. Sits second overall. Jump 6'47", her best today so far at 22.1 1/2. They're in their 5th round jumps, just getting ready to close those out. Getting Spotsville leads the way. Meet and facility record 6'83" jump at 22.5. Turner with a miss there. That men's high jump. No clearances yet at this bar. But I know we're going to see one at 7.5. I feel it. Little jump here in the men's long jump. Chikamba down the runway. Takes flight. We'll await that measurement. But 8'9" today for Chikamba from Kansas State, 26.6 1/2. It's a new lifetime best, meet record, facility record. Number 2 in the country. Chikamba from Kansas State, 7'76" on that last jump at 25.5 1/2. But he's your champion today. And the World Athletics Bronze Continental Tour. Chikamba from Kansas State, the junior, with a big jump today at 8'9", 26.6 1/2. Jeremiah Davis, second at 7'98" at 26.2 1/4. Kennedy Stringfellow from Oklahoma, 7'87" at 25.10. Shankar with a clearance to stay alive. Yet to miss today, 2'22" at 7'3 1/4. He's having a great day, the former All-American. We're back to second round jumps now at that bar, 7.5. Kuhn from Baylor on the runway, third attempt in that women's pole vault. Rotz up in the high jump. Tyra getting Spotsville. Good jump as well. 6'83" today, 22.5. Mo with a great jump there at 6'11" at 20.5". Kuhn will bow out of the competition today with that bar she made at 4'22" at 13.10. Still 6 left in that women's pole vault. The next bar at 4'42" at 14.6. Second effort there by O'Reilly in the men's high jump. First attempts now in that women's pole vault, 4 meters 42 at 14.6. Fertig with a non-clearance. It's like Willett's on the runway in the women's long jump. Final round jumps. For a big jump there, the national indoor champion, 6 meters 41, her best at 21.5 inches. Sifu Pochi with a lifetime best at that 6 meter 58 jump on that final round. Puts her into third place overall. Last couple of jumps. Guruj with her final jump here sits 5th overall for Oklahoma State. The best at 6 meters 26 so far at 20 feet 6.5 inches. Turner with a miss there in that men's pole vault, or high jump rather, second attempt. McEwen should be up next. Looks like Wolfa caught her on the runway here with her first attempt at women's pole vault. At this bar, Claire Bryant on the runway with her final attempt. Claire second overall at 6 meters 75 at 22.1 3/4. You jump there for Bryant. Trail's getting spot fill at 6 meter 83. Attempt there by Minor Shagan from Kansas. No clearances at this bar, 4 meter 42, 14.6. Still 6 alive in the women's pole vault. Shelby McEwen gets ready here in that men's high jump for his second bar. 2 meters 22 at 7.3 1/4. Good attempt there. He'll have another bar yet, does McEwen. Shankar, the only over that bar so far. All attempting their third attempts coming up. Haywood from Baylor can't get that to stay up there, and a miss for Haywood. Rihanna Rotz gets ready in that men's high jump. Annika Newell from Canada on the runway in the pole vault. This for Newell as well. So we'll go to second round jumps here. Second bars at 4.42 in the women's pole vault. Loudermilk from Kansas State. Bow out today at 2.22 meters. Clearance there at 7.3 1/4. He misses at 7.5. That's in Loudermilk. Great efforts today. Coach says nice job. It's missed by Ferdig at women's pole vault. Getting Spotsville wins that women's long jump today. For Trinidad and Tobago, meet record, facilities record at 6.83 meters at 22.5. Claire Bryant was second, 6.75 meters at 22.1 3/4. Mudzifu Pudi finished third overall at 6.58 meters, the new lifetime best at 21.7 1/4. O'Reilly with a miss as well. Beckford up. Third bar at 7.5. Men's high jump, women's pole vault still underway. Peyton Phillips on the runway for the United States. That was Maddie Wolfkuller. Wolfkuller with a great effort. Second attempt, 4.42 meters. Turner with a good attempt there too at that bar. 7.5 at 2.26 meters. Bows out at 2.22 meters at 7.3 1/4 today. Mason Miner-Shagan from Kansas on the runway. Second attempt at this bar. 4.42 meters, 14.6. Shelby McEwen. The Olympic silver medalist, world champion finalist. Stay alive. Miner-Shagan from Kansas with a clearance. Shelby McEwen wants your help. Out of hand there for Shelby McEwen, one of the world's best right there. Big silver medalist for the United States. Stand out at Alabama. Thank you, Shelby. Great to have you here. Shankar. Only Valder left. We'll see where he wants to take that bar. Shankar was a 6-time All-American, many-time Big 12 champion, NCAA qualifier as well. School record here in the high jump, pentathlon for Kansas State. He equaled his best. Or will equal it if he clears this bar. He'll actually clear that 7.6.5 bar at 2 meters 30 if he moves up to that. It'll be a lifetime best indoor. Just one clearance. Minor Shagan from Kansas over the bar so far at 4 meter 42. Shankar, the first miss of the day. They plowed through all the rest of them. They'll miss on that bar. 2 meters 30 at 7.6.5. Which would be his lifetime best. And he's flirting with that today. Fertig with a great effort to pull that bar down. 14.2 at 4 meters 32 is her best today. She says thank you to the officials over there and thank you for being here. Well, Leah Fertig, nice job today. Shankar. If you're only Valder left, he needs your help. Let's see if we can get him a lifetime best. Oh, and he gave it a great effort, and he knows it. Take a minute and contemplate that on the mat. That's his second bar. He'll get another attempt. Hails from New Delhi, India. Kansas State school record holder, pentathlon. Qualified for the NCAA. 6-time All-American in the high jump. Big 12 outdoor high jump champion as well, several times. Indian national record holder. Indoor and outdoor. Phillips of the United States done as well in that women's pole vault. Best at 4 meter 32. Season's best for her today at 14.2. Maddie Wolf-Cotter on the runway. Women's pole vault. Let's see if we can get her over. Oh, great effort by Wolf-A-Cotter. She's going to finish up her day, too. Let's give her a hand. Season's best at 4 meters 32 at 14.2. Third attempt. Tara Shankar. Oh, and a great effort by Shankar. He had a couple of great efforts. So give a big hand. Win that World Athletics Continental Tour bronze today. The hometowner right here. He's from India, but in the hearts of the Wildcats all over today. Nice job, Shankar. Shankar. 2 meters 26 at 7.5. Women's pole vault getting down to it. Meinershagen. Kansas, the clearance. So does Molly Haywood from Baylor. The Big 12 foes here are not done yet today. Annika Newell from Canada on the runway. Let's hear it for her. Put your hands together. Newell stays alive. She was a national Canadian champion in 2018. College at Texas State, a couple times Sun Belt champion. 7th at the 2018 Commonwealth Games. In the 2016, 2020 Olympics. So 3 left in that women's pole vault. Meinershagen from Kansas, Haywood from Baylor, and Newell. And the bar looks like it'll go up to 4 meters 47 at 14.8. Women are going to close out this first day of the DeLoss Dodds Invitational here with the Little Apple in Manhattan. Jason Meinershagen from Kansas to get the first attempt here. At 4 meters 47 at 14.8. She clears. First attempt, 14.8 at 4 meters 47. She owns a lifetime best at 4 meters 56, 14.11 and a half. Big 12 silver medalist, indoor All-American. Junior from St. Louis for the Jayhawks. Annika Newell is going to have the next attempt on the runway. Haywood from Baylor is going to pass at this bar. Let's hear it for Newell. Newell ready to jump. Pulls that bar down on her first attempt. She'll take a quick break, come back at it. Meinershagen of Kansas, a clearance. Owns the indoor and outdoor best in Kansas history. There's Meinershagen, who's cleared that bar already. I hope you're having fun tonight. I certainly am. I have no idea if the beers are all gone over there at the concession stand. They had 400 free cans. It says they're going till 9 o'clock yet, so you might want to check that out. So for those keeping score, Newell passed at the next 2 bars, so she'll have 2 remaining at the next bar. Haywood passed to this bar as well, and of course Minor Shagan a clearance. So if I'm counting correctly, 4 meters 52 at 14:10. Should be the next bar here. Minor Shagan's getting ready. Hasn't stepped on the runway yet. Walking through the motions, visualizing, getting ready for her next bar. Kicked that one off on the way up. It was Minor Shagan. First miss. Minor Shagan with a miss. Molly Haywood now for Baylor. Passed at the last bar, first attempt. Miss there for Haywood as well. A little extra time when there's just down to a few vaulters here. She'll bring Newell back onto the runway. She'll have 2 attempts left at this bar. Haywood, the school record holder as well at Baylor. 15.1.5 her all-time best. Newell getting ready. It's there for Newell. And she will have another attempt left. Mason Minershagen, Kansas State junior. Let's get her going. Good effort there. Mason's one of the top vaulters in the country right now. Sits in a four-way tie for fourth overall. Three-way tie for fourth. And Molly Haywood, who's coming up next for Baylor. Although it looks like Newell will be up first. Annika Newell. Molly Hayward leading the NCAA right now. Top jump in the country. 4 meters 57, 15 feet. That is Haywood getting ready. Be a second attempt here for Haywood, your national leader, the NCAA right now. Ted Nelson Invitational. Jump 4 meter 57 at 15 feet even. Comfortable with that jump was Haywood, rolls through the pit. Minershagen, Haywood, both with misses now. And Anna Canool gets ready. Newell getting ready. All right, let's hear it, fans. Anna Canool. Not going to happen, but a big hand for Canada's best, Annika Newell. Thanks for being here today. That's what that World Athletics bronze is all about. Mason Minor Shagan from Kansas. All right, let's get her ready. Minor Shagan wants your help. Let's hear you, Jayhawk fans. Oh, she gave it one great effort. Minor Shagan from Kansas. Season's best today at 4 meters 47 at 14.8. Puts her solidly at number 4 in the country overall. She was tied for that coming into the weekend. She'd be right there. Here comes the national leader right now, Molly Haywood from Baylor. Oh, she could not get that to stick up there. Molly Haywood from Baylor. Finished second overall today, 4 meters 42 at 14.6. Newell finishes third at 4 meters 42 as well, season's best for her. At 4 meters 47 wins it today, 14.8 for Mason Minershagen from Kansas. And that wraps up day number 1 of the DeLoss Dodds Invitational. And that'll wrap up this evening's World Athletics Continental Tour, the Bronze Tour here today. We thank you for being here. We'll get things started again tomorrow on the track. Heptathlon day number 2 gets kicked off at 10:30 tomorrow morning with the 60-meter hurdles. They'll follow that up with the pole vault and the 1,000 meters today to finish their day tomorrow. Field events get underway with the women's long jump at 1:45 tomorrow afternoon. And the 60 hurdle preliminaries for the women and the men get kicked off just a little bit after 2 o'clock tomorrow here on the track. It was an exciting place to be at the Cliff Vuelto Indoor Track today here in Manhattan, Kansas. We'll see you tomorrow for day number 2 of the DeLoss Dodds Invitational. Please drive safely on your way home.